Ladies and gentlemen, there is a quiet force at work in every life listening to me right now, a power so gentle it's often overlooked, yet so mighty it shapes mountains and moves destinies. That power is time, and its faithful companion, patience. We live in a world that worships speed. We want success instantly, healing immediately, love without waiting, and answers without silence. But let me remind you of something profound. Everything in nature takes its own sacred time to unfold. You can't rush a sunrise, you can't hurry a seed into a flower, you can't force a soul to grow before it's ready. Time is not your enemy, it's your ally. Most people live as if time is running out, as if the hours and days are silently slipping through their fingers. We speak of killing time or wasting time, and in doing so, we declare war on one of the greatest gifts we've been given. Yet, time has never been against us. It's a gentle teacher, a patient companion, constantly working in our favor even when we cannot see it. The truth is, life unfolds according to a divine rhythm, and when we learn to trust that rhythm, we begin to see time not as something to fight, but as something to flow with. Every moment that passes is shaping us, refining us, preparing us for what is yet to come. Think of the way the universe operates. The seasons don't rush, the ocean tides don't hurry, and yet everything happens exactly when it should. The same law governs our lives. The goals we chase, the dreams we hold, the healing we long for, all of them require a partnership with time. There are lessons that can only be learned through the passage of days, wisdom that only comes from enduring nights of uncertainty. When you understand that time carries your transformation within it, impatience begins to fade and gratitude takes its place. You start to see that what you once called delay is often divine preparation. Every experience, joyful or painful, adds something essential to your growth. The moments when you feel stuck or behind are not punishment. They are part of a greater alignment that time is arranging for your good. The universe never operates in haste, and neither should you. Instead of pushing against the current, you begin to move with it, trusting that every second has purpose. Time gives you the space to evolve, to heal, to become the person who is capable of receiving what you once desired. It molds your perspective, deepens your strength, and turns raw intention into mature readiness. When you stop resenting time, you begin to experience peace. You no longer measure your worth by how fast you move or how quickly things happen. You start to realize that life is not a race against the clock, but a dance with it. Time is not a thief stealing your chances. It's a sculptor shaping your destiny. It is your silent partner in creation, turning moments into milestones and waiting into wisdom. Patience is active faith, not passive waiting. Many people misunderstand patience as simply doing nothing while time passes. But true patience is far more powerful than stillness. It is the quiet strength that allows you to keep moving, to keep believing, even when the evidence around you hasn't yet caught up with your desires. Patience is not weakness, it is spiritual maturity. It means you have enough trust in the process of life to act with purpose and release your need to control how or when the outcome appears. It is the art of aligning your actions with faith instead of fear. When you are patient, you are not idle. You are engaged in a sacred partnership with the universe. You do your part, you plant the seed, water it, nurture it, but you also allow time and divine timing to do theirs. Patience requires courage because it asks you to let go of certainty and embrace trust. It means continuing to work, to hope, and to love even when the results are invisible. It's easy to have faith when everything is happening according to your plan, but true patience shows up when your plan falls apart, when life slows down, or when progress seems to stall. That is when faith becomes real. Patience also teaches surrender, not as a sign of defeat, but as an act of wisdom. It invites you to say, "I will do my best today and trust that the right moment will come." That trust brings peace because it frees you from the anxiety of forcing outcomes. The universe responds to calm confidence, not desperate energy. When you are patient, you stop chasing what is already making its way to you. You become magnetic, drawing the right people, opportunities, and experiences toward you at the perfect time. In the space between effort and result, patience is what keeps you centered. It reminds you that growth cannot be rushed, that every challenge is shaping your strength, and that every pause is filled with purpose. Life unfolds in divine order, and your task is to keep showing up. Keep doing what you can, and release what you cannot control. Patience is faith in motion, the daily choice to believe that the unseen is working in your favor, that everything is unfolding just as it should, and that your persistence, fueled by peace, will always lead you exactly where you are meant to be. Nature teaches divine timing. Every aspect of creation unfolds with perfect precision, guided by an intelligence that never rushes and never delays. The sun rises at its appointed hour, the moon follows its rhythm, and the tides obey their unseen call. Flowers bloom only when they are ready, and not a moment before. A tree does not envy the mountain, and the river never questions the sea. Everything in nature moves in harmony with a divine order that ensures balance and purpose. This rhythm is the same rhythm that governs your life, even when you cannot see it. We often forget that we, too, are part of nature. The same energy that grows a seed into a forest flows through us, guiding our own growth, healing, and transformation. Yet, unlike the flowers and stars, we resist the process. We want to hurry what should unfold slowly. We demand instant success, immediate clarity, and quick results. But life doesn't respond to pressure. It responds to alignment. Just as the seasons shift only when the time is right, our blessings and breakthroughs appear only when we are truly ready to receive them. If a farmer planted seeds and dug them up each day to check for growth, the harvest would never come. The soil needs stillness, the roots need time, and the plant must trust the invisible process beneath the surface. In the same way, when you allow your life to unfold naturally, without constant interference or impatience, you give space for the divine timing of your destiny to take shape. You begin to move from struggle to surrender, from resistance to trust. Divine timing means that what is meant for you cannot be rushed or missed. Every event, delay, and redirection serves a purpose that fits perfectly within the larger design of your life. When something takes longer than expected, it's often because life is aligning you with something greater than you imagined. The universe does not make mistakes. It arranges everything with care and precision. The more you fight against time, the more you move out of sync with this natural flow. But when you learn to live like the river, steady, trusting, and free, you discover that everything you seek is already making its way to you. Nature's message is simple yet profound. There is a right moment for everything. When you trust that truth, you live in peace, knowing that your journey, like every sunrise and every season, is unfolding in perfect order. Growth often happens unseen. In the quiet spaces of life, when nothing seems to be moving, something profound is actually taking place beneath the surface. Just as roots stretch deep into the soil before a tree ever breaks through the ground, our personal and spiritual development often takes place in silence, in stillness, and in seasons that appear stagnant. These are the times when the universe is working in the invisible, rearranging circumstances, building strength and preparing us for what is to come. Yet, because we cannot see the progress, we often mistake the unseen for the unproductive. We assume that silence means absence, when in truth it is the soil of transformation. Every great change begins in places the eye cannot reach. When a caterpillar retreats into a cocoon, it seems as if life has stopped, but within that still chamber, an extraordinary transformation is unfolding. The same is true for us. The moments when we feel confined, uncertain, or hidden from the world are often the times when we are evolving into something far greater than we can comprehend. The invisible stages of growth are the most essential because they build the foundation upon which visible success will later rest. Without deep roots, a tree cannot withstand the wind. Without inner strength, outer achievement crumbles under pressure. We live in a culture that celebrates instant results and visible accomplishments, but real growth rarely works that way. The universe values depth over speed. The wisdom, resilience, and maturity that define true success are formed slowly, shaped by time and persistence. When you learn to honor your unseen seasons, you begin to realize that every delay and every quiet period is sacred. The universe hides you for a reason, not to punish you, but to protect and prepare you. In those times, you are being refined, strengthened, and equipped for the next chapter of your journey. Trust that your growth is happening, even when you cannot measure it. Trust that your efforts, though invisible now, are taking root in the unseen realms of possibility. You are not stuck, you are being shaped. The waiting, the uncertainty, the silence, all of it is part of a divine process that unfolds with perfect timing. Just because you can't see the progress doesn't mean it isn't there. Life's greatest transformations happen quietly, and when the time is right, what has been growing within you will rise into the light, strong, ready, and unstoppable. Delays are not denials, they are preparation. In moments when life seems to stand still and our efforts yield no visible results, it's easy to believe that we've been forgotten or that our dreams have been denied. Yet, what feels like a pause is often divine preparation at work. Every delay carries purpose, even when that purpose is hidden from our immediate understanding. The universe does not operate on our timetable, it operates on readiness. When what you desire has not yet arrived, it's not because you are unworthy of it, but because life is still shaping you into the person who can sustain it. Think about how nature prepares for a new season. Before spring bursts into color, winter arrives to clear, to rest, and to renew. The cold months may seem lifeless, but beneath the frost, the soil is rebuilding, seeds are strengthening, and life is silently gathering its energy for the bloom ahead. Likewise, the delays in our lives are seasons of quiet strengthening. They test our patience, refine our character, and teach us to trust the process instead of forcing it. The delay is never about deprivation, it's about development. When you face a delay, your first instinct might be frustration or doubt, but those are signs of resistance. Instead, see the pause as a sacred invitation to grow deeper. Life is asking you to expand your understanding, to sharpen your vision, to prepare your heart. You cannot step into the next level of your destiny with the same mindset that served you before. Delays stretch your faith so that when your moment finally comes, you stand ready, not merely wishing for success, but prepared to hold it with grace and wisdom. Every great story includes a waiting period. The artist practices in silence before the masterpiece is unveiled. The athlete trains for years before stepping into the arena. The dreamer works in obscurity before the world recognizes their light. These delays are not wasted time, they are the sacred spaces where mastery, clarity, and resilience are born. The person you are becoming during the wait is often far more important than the goal itself. So when life seems to move slower than you hoped, remember that preparation is progress. The universe is aligning people, opportunities, and circumstances in ways you cannot yet see. Your dream has not been denied, it's being refined. When everything finally unfolds, you will understand why you had to wait, and you'll realize that the delay was not a detour, but a perfect design. Trust the process nothing meant, for you will pass you by. Life often unfolds in ways we don't expect, and in our desire for control, we forget that there is a higher intelligence guiding the flow of events. Trusting the process means surrendering to this unseen order and believing that everything happening, even the setbacks and delays, is serving a greater purpose. It is understanding that the universe operates with precision, never early and never late. Every opportunity, every relationship, every challenge appears exactly when it is meant to, and when you align yourself with this truth, peace replaces anxiety. Trust is not the absence of doubt, but the courage to move forward despite it. It is choosing faith over fear, patience over panic, and calm over chaos. When you trust the process, you let go of the constant need to question and control. You stop comparing your timeline to others and start honoring your own unique path. You recognize that what is truly yours cannot be taken by anyone or anything. Even if circumstances seem to push your dreams out of reach, trust reminds you that life's timing is perfect, and what belongs to you will always find its way. Often, what feels like a setback is actually a setup. The universe might delay something not to punish you, but to protect you or to give you time to grow stronger. Sometimes, what you think you want is not what you need, and the process must rearrange your direction to lead you to something far better. Trusting means allowing life to unfold without resistance, confident that unseen forces are working in your favor. It means knowing that even in uncertainty, you are guided, supported, and exactly where you are supposed to be. When you stop fighting the flow of life, everything becomes lighter. You begin to notice signs, synchronicities, and moments of alignment that confirm you're on the right path. The right people cross your path at the right time, doors open effortlessly, and what once seemed distant begins to draw nearer. Trusting the process doesn't mean giving up control completely. It means partnering with life, doing your part with love and intention while allowing the universe to handle the rest. When you live with that awareness, you discover that the journey itself is as beautiful and sacred as the destination. Nothing meant for you will ever pass you by, because destiny always finds its way home.